On. All right, welcome everyone. We're so excited to have you here tonight with us for this Health and Hope Zoom. Share with you a lot of stories of health transformation. So many neat stories that you'll have to hear tonight. Just thankful for the person who invited you, and they invited you tonight because they care and they've had an incredible transformation themselves, and they just can't help but share that with you.
Yeah, and we just wanted to just thank you all for coming. Whether you're on, we got someone drawing already on the screen. It's going to be an exciting night. Whether you're from the East Coast or the West Coast, we had a minute ago, we had everyone put where they're from. We had a lot of diversity, so it's kind of cool. I'd love to share our story just a little bit for a quick minute before we hop into all these other amazing people's stories. Sean and I have always been passionate about health and wellness for a long time. I grew up, per se, in the fitness industry with my mom as a personal trainer owning a studio, but I never really felt like, as friends and family asked me for help, that I really had a good structured plan or a good structured way to help people move towards their goals. We could tell them a little bit of what we did, but we didn't see any lasting results until we partnered up with our health coaching community. And from there, we just kind of fell in love. At first, it was a nap time hobby. I call it nap time because when the kids nap, that's when I work. And it's turned into so much more. It's what we do now, and we love it. And I think our favorite part has to be seeing people's lives just completely transform, both clients and coaches, with people being able to be home with their kiddos and just lots of fun things like that. So we really love what we do. So we're really excited to share with you guys and for you to hear some other stories. Maybe your story won't resonate with ours, with the health background, but you're going to hear some awesome stories, and you'll get to see that everyone comes from a little bit of a background, different background. So we'll move into our first component.
Yeah, with that, we're going to start sharing the 4 components that the program that we coach has to offer, and then begin to hear stories about how those have really made an impact on people's lives. So with that, go ahead and start sharing one more time. The very first is your personal health coach. And this is really one of the things that makes our program so unique and incredible, is that there is someone who has been on this health journey before, who is there to be a guide, be a coach, and someone to help keep you accountable for your journey through all of its ups and downs.
Yeah, so we know that oftentimes when people try to start diets or doing something on their own, oftentimes one of the main reasons that it fails is because we don't have support. Support is so key, even if it's just that one person that you can say, hey, today was awesome, or hey, this was a challenge that I faced. Have you faced that? Or you know of anyone that has? And so we really make sure that we know that we are connected with the full picture when we're assisting clients. So it's a lifestyle program. We also want to make sure that we guide our clients towards habits. So as our clients go along, they lose weight at a really healthy but pretty quick pace in comparison to a lot of other things they've maybe tried in the past or that are out there. So we make sure that as they're going along, that they are learning those healthy habits, and we're truly just a guide and an encourager. And I jokingly say, I'm like your one-on-one cheerleader. I'm there to cheer you on and to be that support for you. And so we'd like to bring in some more folks that have just been amazing health coaches and have really impacted a lot of people.
Yeah, so we're going to go on up to Northern Indiana for a couple that we've really been getting to know a lot recently. Someone who has had a really amazing transformation, both Philip and Amanda. And really have begun to inspire the entire community around them. So with that, Amanda, let me just bring you off mute, and Philip, and would love to hear you share your story.
Hey, how are y'all doing? I just asked Philip how long we've been married. We've been married 22 years come this summer. When we were in college, we were healthy, so to speak, and then proceeded to get married and put on a lot of weight over the last 20 years. And so spent a lot of time miserable and we loved each other. We loved spending time together, and we love to eat. So we spent a lot of time over the last 20 years. That's what we did for entertainment. And we had just been through a lot of job changes last year, and just waking up on Monday mornings thinking, I'm miserable, and looking at each other, we don't want to live like this anymore. And one particular Monday morning, I was driving to work, just feeling that same way, just miserable. And I just thought, if I don't make it to work, I don't even care anymore. And I thought, something has to change. This is not me. I don't think about things like this, but I had just been watching a friend of mine on Facebook, Ben, and I came home that night, and I was sitting on the side of my bed and picked up the phone and called Ben and thought, this is embarrassing, but I need help. I can't live like this anymore. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how much it cost. I don't have any money, but I don't care. I've got to do something. And Ben spent some time talking with me about what he was doing. Philip and I just jumped in. We watched a call similar to this, and I was just in tears. I just felt like the lady who was speaking right to me. Everything she was saying was what we were struggling with. We were struggling with our weight. We were struggling with our emotions. We were struggling with our finances. And she spoke to all of those things. And we just jumped in. Within the first week, I think I lost 10, and I drugged Philip through the first week, and he lost 12. And I'm down 115 in just over a year. It's April 4th was our year. Mm-hmm. And Philip actually lost 63, and he's been maintaining his healthy weight since August of last year. And that's encouraging when we, in turn, help other people now. I think we were about a month into the program, and Ben had been encouraging me to coach, and I was just like, no, I'm fat. I can't coach other people. I'm still fat. I still have so far to go. And one day I was on a call with Ben, just a client call, and he said, how are you doing today? And I said, well, you know what? This is just who I am. This is what I do. This is how I eat. This is how I live. This is what I breathe. And he said, okay, you're ready to coach. And it's just been amazing. I could never dream not just how good we feel, how we feel physically, how we feel mentally, sleeping through the night, aches and pains gone, things like that, but being able to help other people, family members, friends, and to create friendships and create relationships that I just never dreamed that our lives could be like this. And Philip's just going to speak a little bit too about financially what that has meant to us too.
I think the first part about it is that when we were talked to about possibly coaching, the financial side was one of those things that you kind of weren't quite sure about. And so as we started in, we thought, well, start coaching, and that'll be enough to pay for our meals. So Amanda started really diving into coaching within the first month. We started in April. She started in May. In that financial aspect, it was able to start paying for our food and our fuelings. And it was just awesome that we had the opportunity. And then as things progressed, we were looking at job situations. And we thought, well, if things continue the way they are, Amanda can make a switch in her position. Her job she loved, but it was the hours weren't the best for the kids, and she was given an opportunity to get a job at a local school. And because of coaching, because of the financial side of things, it would allow her to step into that position where at school you're not always working year round, and so she's gonna be able to take the summers off, and we won't have to worry really about our finances as much. And then just most recently, we had because of the changes in our lifestyle and everything, we had a kind of a major expense come up that was not expected as much as we thought. And because of the coaching aspect and because of the financial part of it, we are going to be able to pay that bill easily. And it's a blessing to be able to help people get where we are when it comes to their health. but also financially be able to support our family and take care of things, and we don't have to worry about it. So we're just blessed to have this opportunity to share with all of you tonight about not only financial successes that we've had, but just our health, just the health that we have received, the blessing of being able to go out and play with the kids in the yard and be able to exercise and not be out of breath, and to just enjoy life
and shop
completely. That's the other part, is that you have to realize that when we do get to a point where you are getting healthy, that your clothes get smaller as well. So you have to go and expand that clothing budget as well. So it's been great.
It's been fun. We're having so much fun helping people and enjoying life again.
Well, you guys are just a joy to watch and to journey with. And I remember Amanda first sharing, I like shopping. Like, I don't remember ever liking, like, when was the last time I liked shopping? And now you enjoy it and you're like, oh, I get to go and just pick out what I feel great in. So that's really fun. Yeah. And I even remember when you guys first started coaching just a little bit ago, how you're like, I just want to give this away to my friends and family. Like, those people that are asking and watching, I want to give this to them. So it's been awesome to watch you guys.
We always say we would pay to give this to people, and yet to see the transformation in other people's lives, and yet we're the ones who also get a benefit from it too. And so it's just amazing to be able to do both of those things.
Thank you for sharing, guys. So great.
Well, great. Next, let's talk about the second component of our program, which really, I think, goes beyond just the nutrition plan. We like to say that, our program picks up where diets leave off, because we're about long-term success in your health, and we know how critical habits are to that success.
Yeah, and you might have caught it that Amanda and Philip were feeling stuck. And so what makes this different? Well, all the 4 components that we're going to cover together is what makes it truly different. But I believe that the habits of health and really making sure that we're educating ourselves as we're getting healthy rapidly is so key. So as we're losing weight, or if you're one of those people that you don't have a lot of weight to lose, but you want to educate yourself on health and wellness as you're getting to your goal, we want to make sure the mind is catching up and moving along with it. So what we do is we make sure that our clients have an all-comprehensive system when they start. And so our medical founder, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, has an amazing book and companion guide that we walk through with our clients. And the coolest part is this 20-something chapters on health and wellness. This is not just how to eat, it's all areas of health and wellness. And our clients are able to go through that at the pace they want. And then we work through another book, and it's really fun where you're working on, well, what makes me tick? What are triggers? Where are areas in my life that I don't even realize I'm being held up? And so if you're not a client or a coach and you're on here as a guest tonight, well, first off, we're really glad that you're here. But second off, your coach is going to guide you through that in a pace that works for you. And we've just found it's an amazing system. I haven't seen anything else like it. So we just love it.
Yeah, with that, we'll go once again up to Michigan to introduce you to another couple that's been having incredible success together on program, really having an amazing impact in their community and just regaining their life back in really cool ways. So Mike and Jamie, I'll go ahead and bring you guys on, and can't wait to hear what you have to share.
Hi guys, I'm Mike Kruger. This is my wife Jamie.
Hi.
And we've been married almost 5 years. And at the point where we got married, I was actually at my heaviest. I was about 305 pounds. After we got married, we ate out all the time, didn't care what we ate. After eating, I felt, always tired because I always overate. 2 weeks after my 30th birthday, I got put on 2 different blood pressure medications because I had high blood pressure. And I was eating fast food 1 to 2 times every day. And I did that for almost 8 years. So Jamie asked me if I wanted to try out this thing called Take Shape for Life, because some of her friends, or a couple that she knew, had some success with it. So I said, yeah, I'll try it. And in my head, I was like, I'll try it 30 days, for a month, and see how it goes. I didn't really have too high hopes for it because I've tried everything else and nothing else worked. In the first month, I lost 35 pounds. I started the program at 290. and I'm down to 215. 75 pounds. I feel great. Instead of being tired after eating, I have tons of energy now. And it's crazy to look forward to eating, not because it tastes good, because it makes you feel good. And it's just a crazy feeling. I never thought I could feel this good. And Take Shape for Life has given me that. And I look forward to continuing on living healthier and not letting this feeling go away.
Yeah, I think I can echo the same sentiments, really. I spent a lot of years yo-yo dieting and doing a lot of unhealthy things, just always going out with friends, or when Mike and I got together, like he said, we ate out a lot. I just never really spent the time to count calories or do the things that I should have been doing to make sure food was fuel. I was using food as like my comfort instead. A lot of times I was a stress eater too. So I just really struggled with that and hid beneath a lot of loose clothes at work and kind of ignored what was really happening. So it came down to the point where seeing our now current health coaches and all the great success they had, I looked at Mike and I said, this is an opportunity for us to finally, make the change, do something big and make it better. So we both jumped on board, and it's been just over 3 months and I've lost almost 35 pounds. I'm down 3 pant sizes. I have a ton more energy, which is great because we're in a huge project at work where we've gone live and we've all been running around like crazy around the clock. So I probably wouldn't have been able to keep up this past couple of weeks had I not had all this new energy that Take Shape for Life and all the fuelings and the schedules and all the, amazing things have given us. So I just really think that my confidence is so much higher now. My clothes fit better. I can shop, just like she said earlier. I can easily find things. I don't have to feel bad about it anymore. I don't have to hide. People compliment me all the time, and they're cheering you on, which is what that program gives you too. There's people cheering you on, boosting you up, and they make you feel awesome about yourself, and that's a good motivation to keep going. And I think just the results that we've seen, it makes us want to help others realize that they can do it. We never thought we could, but you really can. Just push it. You can do this, and you can see the results. You can feel great, and you can be a completely new person that you never thought you could be before.
We started coaching about a month ago, and we've got some clients that are just starting within their first couple of weeks to see results. And that's really fulfilling to help other people start along their journey and to see their success as well. So that's another really cool part of it.
Wow, that's fantastic. And I love what you said and how that ties into the habits of health, Mike, that as you begin to get healthier and really get integrated into the habits, you begin to see food as fuel for yourself, still something to enjoy, but no longer something that holds an addictive sway over us, but something that can help us reach our goals while still enjoying this life we have.
Yeah,
yes, definitely.
I love that part too about what Jamie mentioned of the yo-yo dieting in the past, and knowing now that she's breaking up with that because she has this whole comprehensive program. So thank you so much for sharing, you guys. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. We've got one more person next. So we want to have share from here again in Indiana, going to Aubrey. Aubrey, love to have you come off of mute and just have you share with us. I might need to find you.
And Aubrey, when we first met, she was postpartum with baby number 2, and she was a nurse, so already a wealth of information. So Aubrey, take it away. Are you there? Let's double check that she's unmuted. Okay, Aubrey, you should be unmuted now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I just want to say hi to everyone tonight, and thank you for having me on. My story is a little bit different than everyone else's. I came into the program, and I did a little bit different program than everybody else, but I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a wife and a mom of 2. I have a 2-year-old and I have a 1-year-old. My kids are 16 months apart. and I'm also a pediatric nurse. So I work 2 days a week. I work 12-hour shifts. So when I was coming in looking, trying to decide what I wanted to do, I had just had our daughter, and I was really excited about, having a new baby, but I just had really terrible self-esteem, and I had this weight that I just could not lose. Growing up, weight wasn't really an issue for me. I always played sports and was pretty active, but after I had kids, that was a whole different battle for me, and especially having two back-to-back. So I was looking for something to do, and I had noticed my health coach posting things on Facebook, and I finally got to the point where I just felt like, I kind of looked at some different things, but I wanted to do something that I felt like would be healthy for me and healthy for my baby. And so I reached out and talked to her and found this really awesome Nursing Moms plan. So I was actually able to do program and not only provide great nutrition for myself, but for my baby, and also lose weight. So I lost 30 pounds in about 4 months, and actually I am coming up on almost a year of maintaining a healthy weight. So
that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And what I love that you mentioned there was that you did something different from maybe what was more typical. A lot of people get into a fat burn on plan, and we can discuss that a little bit later. But the cool thing about working with a health coach is there's no one size fits all. And when we talk with somebody that's interested, we hear their heart and we understand what they're wanting to achieve. And for Aubrey, she was a nursing mama. And for some people, they're in a different season of life. And so I love that we can work with everybody, no matter where they're at. So Aubrey, thank you so much for sharing your journey, and I know that you feel like this is such a great tool now to help even more people, even if you're nursing experience.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Thank you, Aubrey. With that, let's jump into the third component that we have in that would be community and the community of support around you. And I think you're already kind of experiencing that right now as you're hearing these stories and you understand that there are other people who are on this journey of getting healthy and staying healthy together. So there are so many ways to connect with it. I think I'll let Meghan share with that.
Yeah, so depending on where you are in the country, for us in Indianapolis, we do local community events, and there are we have coaches all over the country, so there's a lot of local community events. We also do all throughout the week things like this, so right now we're welcoming in everyone, but we also do exclusive community get-togethers where we celebrate really awesome victories, also learn habits of health, like out of Dr. A's book, but in a really fun way with a few different leaders that teach. And we gather because we really believe that gathering together creates breakthrough, and we can go so much faster and essentially accelerate our pace of finding our best selves and our optimal health through community. So just wanted to share a little piece of that there. I always tell people, I don't think I have a single client that utilizes all the resources that are available to them, because there are so many different resources. So we want to turn it over to Ben. I'll let you turn it over, Sean.
Yeah, I'm really excited to introduce next to you one of my best friends and best man at my wedding, Ben Backer, once again up in northern Indiana, someone who he'll probably have the chance to share, but was on our heart for a long time to get healthy. And when he made that decision, he really took his health to a whole nother level and has been doing incredibly. So Ben, sorry, don't want to steal your thunder. I'll let you take it away. Give me 1 second. I'll unmute you. Go for it, man.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. As Sean said, Sean and I have been best friends for years. Grew up together. Just have known each other for a long time. But I've always struggled with my weight. My whole family has struggled with their weight their whole life, and Sean was always that fit guy growing up. And when Sean got into health coaching, I tried everything. I tried anywhere from just kind of like the gal said earlier about the yo-yo diets. Tried everything and I'd lose it and then I'd find it. And all the while, Sean's just kind of been plodding along with me and saying, hey, man, I think you'd love to try this. I think you'd be really great at it. And for a while I was just like, bro, you don't understand fat kid problems. You're just like, you're the cut guy. You don't get it. And so finally, after at least a year and a half of him trying, I was like, you know what? I'll give you a month. I'll give you a month and we'll see what happens. And that first month, I started, I was kind of at my heaviest. And the reason that I decided that I wanted to just give it a shot was I had a 1-year-old son named Noah. And watching my parents, my wife's parents play with him, I realized, like, I want to be around long-term for him. And there's not a whole lot of 85-year-old fat guys. And so I was like, I got to be around long-term because I want to be that grandparent that plays with my grandkids one day. And so I gave Sean a shot at this, and I started at my heaviest at 315 pounds. And my first month lost about 35 pounds. And then within 6 months, lost 100 pounds. But the losing the weight was phenomenal. And there's so many things I could talk about that. There's a whole lot of other cool things, like being able to pull down my jean pants without unbuttoning them. That was pretty awesome. Like, to be able to have that for the first time. But to have more energy to play with my kid, to be a better husband, a better father, as a pastor, it's so draining relationally, but to come home and still have that energy to give to my family, to be the best father, the best husband, the best friend that I could be for them. Just it changed my life. It changed my wife's life. It changed our whole family's life. And then really after my first month, started to get into this idea of coaching because I wanted to help other people. I'm walking alongside people spiritually. Well, why can't I help them understand? And who understands fat kid problems better than a fat kid who's dealt with those issues? And so it's what I love is there's not like a one size fit. You don't have to have it all together. It's not like a trainer in the gym that you feel bad about because they pushed you so hard. Well, no, it's just about walking alongside people. And it's so cool. It's such a blessing to be able to help people find optimal health. But then also to be blessed by it, not only to know that you're impacting people's lives, but what it can do for my own family's lives financially. We bought a house that found out we had a lot of issues with it. And in the middle of the winter, we had to redo all of our windows and had to throw a ton of money at it. Coaching allowed us to do that. My wife is struggling through a horrible pregnancy right now, having to quit her job as a teacher. I mean, that's a ton of money losing out on. We're able to be okay because of coaching. And it's just been able to be a blessing. And we're excited to see where coaching goes, not only for our own health and what that looks like for us, but how we help other people. This is not just another diet, man. This is a lifestyle. When you live it and you love it, you can't help but be contagious about it. You can't want to help your friends and family get healthy. My dad, he jumped on. He lost 60 pounds. I mean, he's literally adding years onto his life. And to see family and friends and a community of people that you're already close with get that much closer together as we're going to what optimal health looks like, man, there's nothing like it that's there, and it's the best. So I don't really know what else to say, but if you are thinking about doing this is the best decision you can make for your health and your body. Take that jump, take that leap. And let's go. Let's roll. Don't wait for tomorrow. Let's start today.
And Ben, did you say how much you lost?
I lost 100 pounds in 6 months.
Thank you for sharing.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think I said that earlier, but if not, there you go.
I just wanted to hear it again.
Yeah, I get it.
Great. Well, I think you really hit the nail on the head as you just shared with us really the value of working with a health coach and having a community around you that there are people who understand every challenge that someone has to face. There's someone else who's been on that road before and can help walk alongside you and help you still achieve the goals that you have.
Yeah.
So true.
So we'll just wrap this up with the fourth component of the program that we have, and that is fuelings that really is part of the core of what helps someone get to a healthy weight and get there very quickly. And it's a program that we call the 5-in-1.
And you know what, this is what a lot of clients end up doing, but the neat thing is, like we mentioned earlier, we coach a handful of plans. So if you're like, I don't know, like what would work for me, or I'm diabetic, oh, I don't know, great, connect with your coach, because we coach so many different things and we help people in all seasons of life. But what we do for a lot of people is assist them to get into a fat burn, where their body kind of flushes out the junk and they start having higher energy, feeling really good in the first few days. And we happen to have a structured plan where we have some grab and go fuelings, tons of different options from like, protein brownie or cereal or just a lot of different things. And so while you're getting healthy, it's really simple. And then we get into an awesome phase where once you're at your goal weight, we do a transition phase where we take one of the grab and go feelings out and we add another whole food in baby steps, and just really baby steps to doing more meal preparation for yourself. But it's a really awesome journey. So chat with your coach if you're considering plan, chat with your coach about which program would be the best fit for you. Lastly, we want to take it back up to Michigan. We got a lot of Midwest representation here today. We want to take it back up to Michigan to some of our really awesome friends, Pat and Shan. They have an incredible story. Shannon, with having 2 babies, has even gone through the weight loss journey twice after gaining healthy pregnancy weight and then shedding again. So I'm just excited for them to share a little bit of their health journey and then also their coaching journey. Guys, are you here with us?
Go for it. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey you guys. So like Megan said, we actually started a Bible study with Sean and Meghan. That's how we kind of knew them when they lived in Michigan. And I got pregnant, had our daughter Piper, and I was at a really unhealthy place. And I really did not like the way that I looked or felt, and I really felt like I couldn't keep up with her. And so I had approached Meghan, and she had just said, hey, I think I have some tools that would be really helpful for you and kind of help you reach those goals that you have. And so after Piper, I jumped on our Nursing Moms plan also and was able to get down to a really healthy weight. And I was feeling really good. And then Patrick also jumped on plan at that time because he had acquired some baby weight also.
I had my own baby weight too.
And we went ahead and I got pregnant shortly after, a year after I had Piper. I was pregnant again. And so went through that pregnancy. And then I'm currently on Nursing Moms plan. I've been on it this is my 5th month. And I delivered my son at 225 and I weighed in this week at 162. So, just a really big change on that front. But, my husband also jumped back on plan after we had our son Corbin and, is now at his absolute healthiest that he's ever been. So, plan is just amazing. It is, can be tailored to whatever needs that you have and whatever stage of life you're in, and is able to help you just be at an optimal health. Patrick was always an athlete and has had exercise down his entire life. And if you look at his before and after picture, he was literally exercising almost the exact same amount between his first picture and then that last picture. And so literally he just had to get control of his mouth and then all those muscles were under there. So just kind of a cool testimony on his part, but he's going to talk about coaching now.
Yeah. I finally learned that I can't outrun my mouth. And so getting the nutrition piece under control was the big change for me. I was doing CrossFit 4 or 5 times a week and that's how I looked. So once I got the nutrition piece under control, made a huge difference. And when we actually started on plan again after our son Corbin was born, Sean and Meghan came to us and really encouraged us to come along as coaches as well. And it was really at the right time for us because it had been on Shan's heart to come home, be a stay-at-home mom full time, and we were in the process of trying to figure out how we could do that financially. And so through that process, we said, okay, you know what? If we can, we'll give it a shot. If we can bring home an extra $500 a month, we'll give it 6 months. We'll see how it goes. And, and then we'll kind of reevaluate and maybe this will work. That lasted all of like a month and a half for us. And we hit our goals and more financially through coaching and helping people get healthy alongside us. And in middle of February. So that was November, December, middle of February, we were at a point financially where Shan could come home full time. She had the flexibility to leave her job if she wanted to, and ultimately decided that about a month and a half or 2 months ago. And it's been amazing to see the difference that it's made. Just I think in the lives of our kids and the time that we're able to spend and invest in them, the freedom and flexibility that's given us, the extra income to build a little like nest egg, little savings cushion on the side. And now, we're starting to make and plan and prioritize trips to see family and friends. And the freedom that that's allowed us has been amazing. And so I just want to encourage you guys, as far as if you're thinking about coaching, if you're thinking about coming alongside, what's an extra $500 or an extra $1,000? What could that do, per month? What could that do for you in your life? What kind of freedom could that give you in your finances? What kind of stress could that take off of your shoulders if you start thinking about it in terms of that? And it doesn't take a lot. And we're at a point now where we're starting to get maxed out with the number of people that we're helping personally. And we just have a heart to really help get friends and family and acquaintances in America healthy, just like all the other coaches that you've heard from. And the only way we can do that is by replicating what we're doing and bringing on more coaches, because we only have so much bandwidth. And so the more people who can kind of catch the vision and really, just catch the bug of what Take Shape for Life does and the positive impact that it has on people's health and their lives, getting them off of medication, and giving them the time in life with their kids and families is huge. So it's been a huge blessing for us, and we're excited that we're here with you guys tonight.
Thank you so much, guys, for sharing such an awesome story. Kind of funny, we had another nursing mama who also has the nursing background. We got a theme going tonight. Love it. But I just want to say thank you for all the speakers tonight for sharing their hearts and sharing their stories, and for you guys for coming on, whether you're on as a client and you just wanted to hear some inspiring stories to help you continue to move on in your journey, or one of these guys is your awesome health coach, or if you're exploring, hey, I'm interested, I have health goals, I'm looking for community and greater support, then we want to encourage you. Join us. When we first started, we weren't sure, and we thought to ourselves, like, what do we have to lose? We'll try it, we'll see, and it's definitely blown us away and has turned into a passion of our lives. And if you're interested in being a client, please reconnect with the person that invited you on here tonight. Reconnect with them and let them know what you're thinking, and they can answer any questions that you have. Anything you want to add?
No, I think, yes and no. I don't know what to add to that and all these amazing stories that we've had. But just to say again, what you heard tonight, are the true raw stories of people who have who were in a situation just like you at one point and decided to at one point, I'm going to take control of my health and reach out to a health coach and join this community and take advantage of every aspect of this system to regain health in my life. And they did it so quickly, and now they're maintaining amazing health. Maybe the next step for you in your health is to bring more accountability and decide to become a coach and share this gift with friends and family around you who are looking for the same amazing change that you have. So with that, I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining, for all of our amazing speakers. Very excited to make 2017 your best year yet. Thank you all, and have a very great night.
Bye, guys.